Hello, very good morning everyone. Myself Dr. Sourav Sarkar. Currently I am in assistant professor job in Shada University. Let's discuss today integrated pest management. I know you have been searching too many online sites and all where you can get so many definitions, so many description about integrated pest management. But let me tell you one thing that you hadn't heard from earlier videos or any other social sites. So first of all, I would like to discuss you about two important terms: integrated pest management and integrated pest control. So as you can see, control and management. What happens in between this? Why we are more focused on integrated pest management rather than integrated pest control? So what happens whenever, suppose take examples or instances, everybody has some your teenagers and all in their home. So parents usually say please don't go there, and there are some other kinds of parents who also say their sons and daughters, you come back in limited time. This is the main motto behind control and management. First case, it's the parents who controlling their sons and daughters, but in next case, the parents, they are managing their daughters and sons behavior. Same in the case of pest management. As you can see, there are hundreds and millions of pests, they attack our crops every day, and there's a millions of dollars that has been wasted due to insect pest damage. Suppose this is a wheat crop. Now we can focus on total pest management or total insect control or any kind of pest control. So there are mainly three things. First of all, management is a decision making tool, and whereas in control, this is a total control of the insects by applying any harsh methods. So what we do extra in IPM? In case of IPM, we usually use a specific decision support system. The first decision we make that whether this crop is required any pest control measures or not, whether this crop is attacked by a sufficient number of insects or not, or whether this crop has the capability to hold those pests. So three terms. First, it is the number of pests, that's mean density. Second, it is the total crop stature that defines their resistance. And third, a decision tool whether we require a pesticide spray or not. So these three things if you implement, we can call it as an IPM. So how do we define it? All those three techniques. There are many tools which defines IPMs. First of all, there are cultural control. Suppose I am standing here with these crops. What cultural control we can do for this wheat crop? Now you can say there is some lodging of this wheat crop. As you can see, there is some lodging. As you can see, there are some signs. You can see there are some. This is specifically a pest damage symptoms. Now, first of all and foremost things of IPM is monitoring. So what we are doing here, we monitored that whether there is a pest damage symptoms or not, whether there is some lodging or not, and whether there is sufficient pest control methods available in our hands or not. So suppose we see a certain amount of pest. Let's talk about, this is a wheat crop, right? So let's talk about aphids. Now in this stage, there is a very limited population of aphids. So we need not to spray any pesticide or insecticide to control these aphids. Now you can see that this is a typical leaf symptoms you can see. Yes, this leaf symptom is specifically a symptom that is caused by aphids. This you can see, this is a aphid damage. Now what we will do, we'll take several samples of this plot and we'll take the data and then we'll decide, okay, this plot has been infested by so many aphid population, the density of aphid population is such like. So in that case, we'll recommend, okay, so here we have done the monitoring part. In that case, we'll recommend, okay, pesticide treatment is necessary. Now, if we talk about pesticide, now the next question comes is how much, when and how. These are the also three pillars of pesticide applications. First of all, how much. So how much pesticide we should apply in this case? So in that case, how you will decide that how much pesticide we have to apply in this field? A specific term you all know, that is ETL. economic threshold level. There are three terms, right? Three words: economic, threshold, and level. So we will decide that the pest population has reached its economic threshold level or not, so that it can cause the injury to the crop. Now there are plenty of pests present here, but it may not be sufficient to produce their economic injury level. All of you heard the term that economic injury level and economic threshold level. So unless and until it reach the economic injury level, we need not to spray any pesticide. So this is the main pillars of another pesticide application for farmer, that is your time. And next we can go for which pesticide. There are several other pesticides in nature. Specifically IPM recommends either you spray a blue level pesticide or a green level pesticide. Now all I am saying as a demonstrating purpose. You can get the definitions, you can get the description in online, but how to treat a crop, that's our main motto as a IPM practitioner. So now we know that okay, this crop is not at all infested by insects. This crop is at its maturity stage, so there is very limited population of aphids. Suppose some other pest is attacking now. So what should we do? Suppose there are some secondary pests. What should we do? Now we recommend some pesticide. Suppose for aphid, we all know that thiamethoxam or any kind of pesticide that is related to this neonicotinoid groups can be applied. Now neonicotinoid is a blue level pesticide, so we can easily recommend this. And next question is safety. Yes, every time we recommend safety purpose for the farmers or the workers, those who are working in this field, right? So safety is another important issue to follow in IPM. What? First of all, the perfect dose. This term is scientific. You know, the perfect dose of pesticide is essential for any pest management practices. Next, that you should always take care of the thing that the farmer should not get inhaled by any kind of pesticide spray, or any other non-target organisms should not be affected with this pesticide spray. Now let's summarize all of this. First of all, we thought that it is a decision support system, IPM, and next we have seen that when, how and how much to apply the pesticide. Next we are talking about that farmers safety and the others organism safety, and lastly we will talk about economy. As we all have about the term that economic threshold level. Economy means whether the pest control tactics, whether the pesticide you are spraying, whether any pest control measure, is it economic to the farmer? You can recommend anything. You can recommend a farmer that please, now it is a climate smart agriculture system, you can spray it with a drone. But do you know the actual cost of operating a drone? You don't know. So that's why we say that the management practice should be economical. So these are the all critical points about IPM. We will definitely talk about more in details each of the single points. So let's end this video with a concluding remark. What is it? IPM is a decision support tool. IPM, the main pillar of IPM is economic threshold level, and the three important part of the pesticide spray or application is how, when and how much. And the last and the most foremost important thing is economic of the farmers, and that followed by safety of the organisms and farmers and humans itself. Thank you. This is all about today. Next video we'll see some details of all the points I have discussed today. Thank you.